Hello everyone, welcome to my live stream. I'm just gonna take my shoes off real quick. I'm not completely comfortable yet. I am here to do Chibi Friday. Chibi Friday. I started this last week. I got the Orca down for my relatively new Chibi drawing method, where I take not just an animal that my patrons voted for and make it into a chibi. I then take two randomly generated words and incorporate them into the piece. So that's basically where I am now. Oh, I did not get my sketch kit out. Where is it? It's over here. Let's see. Yeah, I was taking a nap right before this. And then a package got delivered and my little dog Chappie barked. And I was like, oh, what time is it? And it was like perfect timing to get up and get ready for streaming. So I'm like actually pretty pleased with myself. I was only 10 minutes late getting started here. I was just feeling so tired after my afternoon run that I conked out on the couch, and my big dog was sleeping on my feet, so my feet were nice and toasty, and yeah, I was like, oh, maybe I won't live stream. Then Chappie barked, and I was like, oh, let's get up. And here I am. So, let's see. Oh, yes, okay. I was confused for a second why I didn't use my blue colored pencil, but I remembered I'm not doing digital coloring for this one. I'm going to switch back and forth. I'm going to do traditional coloring. Well, I like to call it physical media coloring because it's not necessarily traditional, but physical media coloring. So I need the graphite so it erases better. This is erasable, this Pilot Color Eno or Eno. But I'm just a little worried about it because it's not graphite, it's like a colored pencil, and if I try to use marker on it, I've never tried it and I don't want to end up having problems. But I know I can erase away the graphite and I won't have problems. So what I'm looking for is graphite pencil. You can tell I'm still a little fuzzy right now because I just woke up 20 minutes ago from a nice cozy autumn afternoon nap. Oh, Exie, hello! Thank you for joining me again. I am so lucky every time you pop in right at the beginning and I don't have to talk to myself very much. How are you? Especially honored every time you come because I know it's super late where you are. Unless you're on vacation halfway across the world right now. Okay, so this Orca, I'm looking at this real quick. This Orca, I'm happy with how it's looking. So the next thing that I need is to incorporate those two random words. And they were, I'm trying to remember, it was wrap, W-A-R-P, and agent. And so I was going to do like so actually let me get a little, kind of that stereotypical Dick Tracy look with in fact, I'll just search Dick Tracy. That, Dick Tracy. What is it? It's just this look of dark noir type. Oh yeah, I remember watching this movie with this guy. Who is this? Warren Betty? Oh, I'm butchering his name, I'm sure. I remember watching this movie. 1990. Yeah, I was like, how old was I? I was like 4. I remember this. Yeah, so I was thinking of this, but with like a scarf. So that it's like, it's an agent. Some sort of agent. I mean, I think he's a private investigator. Anyway, this is what came to mind when I heard wrap and agent. This kind of look with a scarf being all wrapped up. So actually I'm going to leave that up here on my phone stand. Exie is good. Yay! How are you? I'm good too, especially as I'm waking up now from my nap that I was just taking. I am feeling better and better. Oh, gotta stretch though. Gotta stretch the nap out. Okay. Oh, it's almost 2 a.m. Oh. Yeah, that's intense. I used to work night shift, actually, for a long time, and it just got later and later as the years went by. Like, no one else was willing to work that shift, and I could not convince my bosses to let me not work that shift, and so it was like I'd work until 2 a.m., and then it would be 3 a.m., 4 a.m. As the years went by, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., I'd be going home at 6 a.m., and that was like if there wasn't some problem at work, and if there was some problem, I might not get off of work for like 15 hours and be going home at like 8 in the morning or something. Yeah, I did not like that. I liked it at first, back when I was like, let's see, when did I start working those night shifts? I think I was 18. So, yeah. I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. And it took me like 2 years to learn how to sleep normal. Like, to be a day walker again. Oh, hooray! Good news, finished the eyesight potion. Yay! Did you make a blog for it or something? I need to actually start drawing here. I just like immediately just chatting with you and not drawing. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to do the whole Dick Tracy look with because I remember I wanted to put like a little hat. I don't know if I should do a big hat. There's not really room for a big hat. So I think I will do just a little. But he usually has it like down over his eyes. Maybe I'll like draw it right. Okay. It's like fedora hat. 1920s Chicago or whatever. And let's see, it's got this brim like this. But let's see. Yeah. It's something like that. Something cute and fun. I realize I don't know that much about Dick Tracy other than what I remember as a tiny little kid. Oh, cool. Made it the easiest potion so people can do it easily and use it often. Yeah, that's a good idea. One that you need to do every day. If it's as easy as possible, that's the best. I'm writing it on Google Docs, but making a blog sounds really great. I will think about it. Yeah, I think the blog thing is nice because then it could just be searchable if you want it. Like, if you don't want it to be searchable, then maybe a blog is not a good idea. But if you want it to be just generally searchable by people. Plus, if you use Blogger, I have Blogger, so I could, like, follow it or something. Okay, I've got this cute, like, fedora hat. Although I think this side is getting a little too big for it to look like a fedora. So let's erase a little bit. Shorten up this side just a bit. Yeah, that's more. Fedora does not have that big of a brim. And then I'm just shading in right now to help me. I'm not going to keep this graphite shading, but I just want to help me see what I'm doing. Here we got a hat on the Orca. So now he's got this trench coat on. And I think that's all. I'm not going to fully dress the Orca. I'm just going to put the trench coat with a scarf. And the scarf is the wrap element. So I guess I'll draw the scarf first. Oh, I got to look up different ways of tying scarf. I want to see what kind of different ways to tie a scarf. What options do I have? And what do they look like? Because it looks different. Oh, that's cute. I want it to look cozy, but since it's wrap, I also want one that's like really wrapped up. So, Exie, what kind of other potions are you working on? So you got the eyesight one. And it took me a while to think that up, so I can't think of any other ones. Like, I bet I could think of more if I thought really hard. I feel like my biggest barrier to make it a blog is not really sure about the details. Some spells involved in potion making, just putting a placeholder names. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you could just I don't know, maybe the blog could be like the final destination, and that's where the final finished one goes, and then the Google Docs will have like all the working it out and everything. Of course, you don't have to do a blog. Whatever works for you is what you should do. Oh, I like this. Here I'm looking at this just got this bunch of different ways to tie a scarf. I think I like this one. This bottom one. It's not very clear. There we go, camera, thank you. I think I'm gonna do just this super basic one here with the two ends coming down and it just being a straight line across this way. I like that look. So I'm gonna do that one. The hat looks so cute. Oh, yay, I'm glad you think so. That's what I was hoping for. Hoping for a cute look. Because even if this Orca is some sort of agent, I still want them to look cute and cuddly because they're a Chibi agent. So I'm going to make this scarf really fluffy and really coming off of the Orca's body. Okay, I got to erase now to help me see what I have done here because it's a little bit visually confusing. What is the scarf covering up? This. Okay. Yes. Aw, it already looks really cute and cuddly. I cannot wait to ink this. I hope I can ink it today. All I've got to do is get this scarf and the trench coat on. Maybe I don't even have to do the trench coat because it just says agent. It doesn't say trench coat. So if I just do the scarf and the hat, maybe that would be enough. Okay, now I'm thinking about, so I liked the one with the ends of the scarf just coming out underneath and not seeing how it's tied or wrapped, but I don't know if they should both come down this way or if like maybe one, yeah, maybe if I do one, maybe it's coming out behind. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Coming out behind and up so that it's taking up some different space because down here is kind of busy. There's lots of stuff going on down here. So if I put the end of the scarf, or at least one end of the scarf over here, there's not that much going on over here. So yeah, I think I like this. And to keep the big fluffy look, I'm going to make it really round looking down here. And then I love the tassels. I love the tassel look, so I'm going to add some tassels coming out. But I also want to keep them looking kind of roundy too. Wow. I have a potion that eliminates the need to drink water from its drinker. Cannot hydrate the drinker's body. Shouldn't replace drinking water. Oh. Made it for sports people so they can take it before for doing a sport and they won't be bloated by drinking a lot of water. Yeah, that's nice for like endurance runners. Like if it helps the water last longer or something, or yeah, because like so when I run races, I like doing 5Ks because I don't need very much time and very much equipment. And then when I've done a few half marathons, and like I have to carry water with me. I cannot make it through the whole half marathon without some water. So if I'm just training, like at a race, it's usually okay because they've got little water stops along the way. But one sleep potion that makes the drinker sleep exactly 1 hour for each drop. Oh, that's cool. If I take 8 drops, I'll sleep immediately and wake up exactly 8 hours later. That would be a really cool one. I need that, because sometimes I can't fall asleep forever. And then when I do fall asleep, I can't wake up. Or, like, I always wake up, but I still feel tired. Because I got woken up in the middle of the night or something. Okay, so I'm going to, now that I'm seeing this, in fact, I'm going to clean it up a little bit. I like this scarf coming out like this. It's interesting. I just had a thought about your potions. They're all nice, dealing with like little health concerns, you know, instead of, so I don't know, in Harry Potter, a lot of the potions just give you superpowers for a while kind of thing. Like, make you super lucky, or make it so that whoever drinks it will fall in love with you as long as it's, you know, like. But so far, all of your potions are like, these potions will help improve your health, or help you manage your health better, or whatever. I like that. So practical. Okay. I'm thinking about where do I want to put the other scarf. Well, what would you call this? The leg of the scarf? I don't know what you'd call it. So I'm thinking of having it come down like this, but maybe it comes out like this, like it's floating a little bit in the water. Yeah, I like that. Yes. I'm making weird noises. I am just enjoying the dynamic pose. I'm glad that doing the random gesture drawing thing seems to work so well. Because then, like, this shape is not one from the gesture drawing, but it just feels natural adding it on now, so it's still helping having that initial gesture. I'm looking at this. Okay. I'm gonna have this sticking out just a bit right there. And this is like folding right there. No. I like the way I had it. I gotta fix that. I gotta put that back how I had it. I thought of another awesome potion you could make that I would like. It's inspired by the water one. Is to eliminate the delayed onset muscle soreness. Because I hate that. Like, you feel like you didn't do that big of a workout, and so you push yourself extra hard, and then like 2 days later, you're like, no, why did I do this? And you can like barely walk or whatever. That happens to me too much. I've gotten better at not pushing myself too hard, but it still sometimes happens. I'm thinking, like, what would people need and trying to answer them. I want to make supernatural potions too, but before that, I want to get used to potion making. Oh, makes sense. Yeah. Building up. So you've got your nice practical potions and then get more complex, and maybe they also get, like, a little more dangerous. Like, you know, if you don't do it exactly right, then you'll have, like, some bad side effects or something like that. I like it. It's like you're building chapters in a book, too, because it gives you, here's your basic health potions. Here's your, I don't know what you would call it after that, but ones that, like, change your circumstances or whatever. And then maybe you get into the really super advanced ones that are, do not attempt this unless you are an experienced potionaire. Okay, the only other thing, I gotta look up a reference again. To make it look like Agent, I don't just want the fedora, I want some sunglasses. I'm gonna see if I can search Agent sunglasses and if it'll give me, like, a sort of stereotypical. Oh yeah, like the Matrix. Yeah. Maybe something like so. Like we're combining Dick Tracy and the Matrix. Or here's like here's some sunglasses off of who is this? This is this guy. Oh, you can't see him. He is 007. I can't remember the name. Wow, I cannot remember. Agent 007. Oh, look, this is exactly the thing. Look at this little... Oops. Can't really... Yeah, that's what I'm going for. This icon. There's got Agent Smith from The Matrix. Why can't I remember? 007, not Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is coming to mind. No. What is this? Okay, Google. What is 007? Oh, Exy did it.
007 is used as a noun to mean the fictional British secret agent James Bond, or someone based on, inspired by, or reminiscent of him.
Exy beat my smart speaker. James Bond. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I could not remember that.
Sorry, I don't understand.
That's okay. Okay. Oh, here's this little pixel sunglasses. That's not what I want, though. Oh, Exy, I see what you did there. Bond. James Bond. I got it. I finally got your nice joke. I was so distracted by it that I could not remember the most basic character. None of these are really what I'm looking for, though. They actually have pretty... Oh, here's Agent Coulson. I guess I just want... I'm going to search basic black. I don't want anything super designed. I want the really basic look. Yeah, this is something like this. Here's aviator style. Some nice, like, FBI style sunglasses. Oh, not videos. Images, please. Thank you. So I don't want the little... Still scrolling. I just want... Alright, I think I'll just go with this one. Here's this. This is kind of what I'm looking for. This kind of super basic looking. See if I can get them onto this Orca. So got the bridge in the nose and then it goes up a little bit for the eye. And then it curves around. I forgot the first name at first, then I remembered it. You did better than me. I could not remember, even though we were just talking about it. I was just talking about the N64 game, 007 GoldenEye, and I was talking about it to my husband just today on our run, when we went out on a run, and I still forgot. Guess we didn't say the word James Bond, though, or the name James Bond. The Orca will look so cool. I hope so. It's gonna be interesting, because it's definitely not the same dimensions as a human face. But I think it'll get the agent part of my random words. So the scarf is the wrap, and then this and the hat are the agent. I don't think I'm going to put any legs on, because there's no ears for... So, like, no legs on the glasses, I mean. So let me see. I'm going to see something. I am going to see what it looks like if I just make it completely... Like, you can't see through the lenses, like they're super dark. Oh, I kind of like it, especially if I put some... So let me get these eraser bits off. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is what I wanted. This is something like this. I'll put some shinies on the lenses to show that it's... Yeah. Something like that. Maybe a little one here to sort of indicate that the lenses are there, but not draw the whole thing. Because I want it to be like really dark black, like a secret agent kind of thing. In fact, this is a little too shiny. Okay, I'm working through this. I'm gonna make this really nice. I like where I'm going with this. Well, what does it look like? So actually, maybe what it is I need to not ink this with a hard line, rather show it with the markers when I color it. So I'll just leave them like that. Yeah. Yay. I think I am ready to ink this. Let's see. Put this away. And put this away. I did want to transfer it onto a bigger paper. So normally I'd use my light table. So it's like a glass top table with lights that I turn on underneath so that I can just trace it because the light is shining. But I can't really do that on stream, so I'll use a piece of tracing paper. So give me a second while I get that out. Oh, I'm getting low. Getting a bit low on my tracing paper. Oh, Satoita too! Hello! Yay! Oh, you got done with training early. Oh, good. How did it go? Good job. So you got done with training early. Does that mean you're ready to go 100% tomorrow? Thank you for joining me, by the way. It's been so lively in here the past few streams, thanks to you guys always showing up. Really appreciate it. It's so nice not being alone. It sounds so sad, but it really is lonely sometimes. Okay, since this is such a small piece of paper compared to the tracing paper, I'm gonna tape it. In fact, I wonder if I fold this in half, would it be the perfect size? I mean, I usually tape it anyway, I guess, so is this gonna be the perfect size? It might be a bit too small. No? Yes? I think that I can just... Wait, I know what I'll do. I'm going to get my paper slicer. 2 more days of training. Oh, today was a lot of presentation. Did you take a lot of notes? I always take lots of notes when I'm doing that kind of thing. Hopefully this paper fits in here. Oh, looks like it's barely gonna fit. Whew, today you guys get a little more inside look into this kind of work. I don't usually stream this kind of stuff. Okay, so wait. Need a ruler. Oh, I moved my rulers back here because I kept knocking them down, but now they're really hard to reach. I gotta figure something out. I think this is a 12, 9 by 12. Yes. So, this is 5, and then I'm estimating this is about 6 inches, so hopefully this is half. It doesn't quite reach, but just pull it apart. There, now I have 2. Yeah, it's big enough. Okay, put this away. Just what he told us was on the test. Hopefully there's no pop quizzes. A lot of stuff won't make sense till I start driving. So how does the test relate to driving? Like, do you get to start driving and then you take said test, or is it you have to take the test first and then you're allowed to drive kind of thing? Or... Okay, so I'm lining this up here. And I'm going to tape it on the top and the bottom. So then I don't have to wrap the tape around the side. Okay. And I'm trying to line it up on the sides here so that it doesn't get too bent. Because I'll just leave this paper, when I'm done with it, I'll just leave it in this sketchbook. And I don't have a bunch of random papers flying around, getting lost. Since I've been through the semi-truck training in the past, it's super easy, like review. There's a test at the end of each day. Cool, we get to drive the van tomorrow. Yay! Yeah, it's just one of those little vans like I see in the neighborhood, right? I mean, I guess you don't know what I see, but those, I am just imagining those little package vans that are not that big. Not like a semi-truck. The Sprinter vans, that's what that's called. I'm thinking about what I want to use. Okay, I'll just use graphite. Because there's a multi-step process about to happen here. First, trace the lines. Today becomes a sort of tutorial day. Trace the lines with graphite to begin with. And I always have to hold down the paper, otherwise I can't see through it that well, because it sort of lifts up and then it's all fuzzy looking instead of clear. This glasses. I'm so glad the glasses worked. I didn't know if they would look too silly or something, but I like how they look. So even maybe they look silly, but it's like in a way that I like. So Oops, I made that line go down too far, but that's okay because as long as I remember when I actually transfer this to my final paper, it won't be a problem. Okay, and the back of the head comes down inside of the scarf. I'm excited because I wanted to live in one for a long time, so now I'll see how it is to drive one. Yeah, it's like a test drive. You got multi-purpose with this new job. Hidden benefits. Has an Indiana Jones hat. That's funny. I got it from Dick Tracy is what I was looking at. But yeah, it also looks like Indiana Jones. It doesn't bother me if someone thinks that this is an Indiana Jones Orca. I love Indiana Jones. The third one is my favorite with Sean Connery. Hey, we come back to James Bond here. Indiana Jones, Sean Connery plays Indiana Jones' father and plays James Bond. Played James Bond first, I believe. Yes, yes, yes. I'm really liking this. I'm really liking this. These lines that are indicating the differentiation between the light and the dark parts on there, I'm trying to not make them solid lines so that I can help myself remember that that's what they're for. That was really hard to explain, so sorry if that was confusing what I just said. Almost done, almost done. I remember you loved those movies a lot. Yeah, Indiana Jones. You know what? I don't really like the second one that much. I remember it shocked me when I was a kid because, like, spoiler alert, movie's like 30 years old, but they, like, pull a guy's heart out with magic, and it's, like, they just, like, magically reach in and pull it out, and he's, like, still alive, and it's still beating, but it's, like, out of him, and I didn't like that. That was kind of scary. But I like the first one, and I like the third one. Fourth one was alright. I didn't hate it like a lot of people hated it because it was aliens, but it didn't actually seem that weird if you considered what happened in the previous 3 movies. Like, there was all this, like, weird supernatural ridiculous stuff happening, so it didn't actually seem that weird, but I wasn't that invested in the story. Like, I don't know. I love the third one because I was really invested in the characters and, like, the father-son relationship and their struggles, and then in the end, you know, they come together, and I like the familial love that happens, and it's just so heartwarming. And then, of course, there's, like, the epic like, mythology stuff going on and everything. Yeah, really like that third one. Makes me want to watch it. Just talking about it makes me want to watch it. I love that movie. Oh, I am getting graphite all over the place. Oh, I introduced myself as a visual artist today, and one of the people in training showed me their paintings. She was excited to learn. We have figure drawing classes here in Boise. Cool. Maybe she will go to some. What kind of paintings? What kind of paintings did she do? Like, acrylic, or I guess subject and media? People, or was she another person like us who's just, like, inspired by anime stuff? This got us into a professional thanks to anime. looking this over one more time. But I think I got everything. Oh, here's a little bit of a line missing right there. Okay. So I think I copied all the essential lines. Here comes step 2. Let's put this away. And I'm going to have to get something else out. So, okay, I'm going to need a couple things. I need a different sheet of paper, my final sheet of paper. I think I'll just get a piece of Bristol or something. And then I need a larger graphite, like just a, I know what I need. Okay, hold on. Oh. I have this little sheet. I don't know what kind of paper it is, but it feels like really nice for marker. Hopefully it will be. It's just like a loose sheet like this. And it's got a little bend right there, but maybe I can roll it out. I think I'll use this because it's like the perfect size. And it's just been sitting in my drawer waiting for its turn to shine. Oh, it's got some line or something, but on this side it's not there. So this will be my final sheet. And then graphite. Okay. Yeah, I'll use this. Got this great pencil in here. I love for this. Not sure the medium, but it was cartoon-esque figures. Well, it seems like one of us anime-inspired people. Okay, 2B, 9B. Yes. So I'm going to use this really soft, giant graphite crayon. And then I need this to be able to smooth it out. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. Get this out of the way first. Oh, I've got a huge stack of stuff here. Okay, I put it here. I need some time one of these days to tidy my room. It's kind of I've got this pile of mail and stuff starting to stack up. I need to deal with it. Okay. Not right now, though. That's not what we're doing. Okay, so taking this off is the first step. So I'll just put this aside. Let's put it right here. Initial sketch. And this is the important part. On the back side is where you put this. And you can use graphite or charcoal. I've used carbon pencils before. The point is to get a nice layer onto the back side, and that's how you use tracing paper to transfer the lines onto another sheet of paper. So hopefully, if that didn't make sense with me explaining it in speech, it'll make sense when I'm done with this and actually go to transfer. And you don't even have to, like, you could if you wanted just like cover the whole back, but I just cover wherever there's a line. Nice big fat graphite. Yeah, I love these. I mostly use them for this, but those rare occasions where I just feel like doing a really big graphite drawing, usually for practice. These are so nice. We'll fill in really quick. Fill in a big area really quick. I got one of these was from an Art Snacks or something. And I liked it so much that I bought a couple other sizes so that I could have a more variety. Okay. Gotta turn this. Whoa! Whoa, look at that! Got transferred. Oh, you can barely see it on the camera. It is getting transferred onto my desk. So already getting a preview of what this is going to be doing. But that's the opposite of what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to transfer from that side. I want to transfer from this side. And this is the point where I try to look extra carefully at what I'm doing, because it's starting to get so full of graphite, it becomes easy to miss a spot. And I think that's why some people just like to fill it the whole thing, because then you don't miss a spot. Okay, now I'm just going to go over one more time, make sure I've got enough graphite down everywhere, not missing any little lines that are easy to forget about. Okay, so now I'm done with the graphite, and it doesn't have to be a big fat graphite like this. This one's just super convenient. It could be anything. You could just use a regular old, you could use a mechanical pencil if you want, though it would take forever, I think. So now you take this tortillon, or what do you call it in English? Blending stump. Yes. Just take the blending stump, and I think I still have some charcoal on it, so that's also getting mixed in, but that's not really a problem. You just want something that'll transfer, but by rubbing it into the paper first, it reduces the amount of graphite or whatever you're using that gets transferred onto the paper by accident, so that there'll always be a little bit that goes on there, just like because you put your hand on it or something, but this sort of pushes it into the paper so that it'll, I don't know if I'm explaining myself well. I've never explained myself while doing this, so it's kind of hard to. So there's all this, right now a lot of it is just sitting on top of the paper, but this way it's like smoothed down onto the paper. So it's more likely that what you want comes off and what you don't want doesn't come off. There. Haha. Oh, Sarah, hello! Yay! Welcome! Exie, Satuita, and Sarah are all here. Hooray! Best Friday ever! We didn't have power. What? Why didn't you have power? Power outage or like scheduled maintenance on your house or something? Or scheduled maintenance in the neighborhood or something? Smudge stick. Yes. Blending stump, smudge stick, tortillon. I don't even know if I've ever pronounced that correctly. Tortillon. I just remember the first ones I ever got said that, and they didn't have an English name, so that's why I always have called them that. Transfer. Yes, I am transferring this drawing to a different sheet of paper. That's what I am in the process of doing. Okay, so I'm done with blending stump. We lost power because some dumbasses were trimming branches all in the neighborhood and knocked out a transformer. It just came back on after like 5 hours. Wow. Well, I'm glad it came on the same day. Well, hopefully the people trimming the branches will take better precautions next time. So you can almost see a preview of what's going on with this paper because it accidentally transferred on here. So I actually want to, let's see, I want to clean this off so that I don't get it onto my, I wonder if I can just use a towel or if I need a little bit of Windex. Yeah. So let me grab some Windex real quick. The tree trimming company was actually a utility, so they called Pico. What's Pico? How'd the power people come in? Is that the power company name? It wasn't just a neighbor, it was someone actually trimming all the trees. Wow, yikes. That's not good for their image as a company. No, the Windex isn't cleaning it. Sorry, you have to watch me clean my desk for a little while. I'm gonna get this off of here. It is coming off a little bit, but it's like Windex isn't good enough. Okay, I've got other stuff. Long-time viewers might have noticed by now that I'm kind of a clean freak when it comes to my art space, so I've got just like these regular wipes too. It's like it's doing some stuff, but not enough. Well, if this is permanent, I don't mind it. A cute little secret agent Orca. It's not the worst thing to have permanently on your desk. Yeah, that's not working either. Well, the good news is I feel safe leaving it because if it's not coming off with cleaner, as long as I dry it, I don't think it's going to be coming off onto my paper that I'm working on either, and that's what I'm really concerned about. Is it coming off onto my paper so that I'm getting like graphite everywhere and not where I want it. It's coming off a bit. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Go over it one more time to make sure it's not still damp, and then I'll call that good. Okay. Wax on, wax off. Ooh, another movie reference. We are in the movie zone today. Wax on, wax off. I love that movie too. Karate Kid. Of course, that's what... It's interesting because now I've learned Japanese, and so I know it's not karate, but I've just always called it Karate Kid since I was a kid. And I love that movie. So I just always call it Karate Kid, even though I know that's not the proper way to pronounce karate. That's the name of the title. That's the special pronunciation just for the movie. Okay, so here's what I have done. Here's the original sketch, which I put this paper on top, this tracing paper. Traced the lines, took the tracing paper off and turned it over, put the graphite on the back and smoothed it in. Now, taped it onto the page that I picked to be my final sheet. And this is what I usually do, use a ballpoint pen or similar. And I use a colored ink so that I can tell which lines I've gone over. When I first used to do this, I would copy it over with graphite again or with just like black pen. And then I couldn't tell which lines I've already traced. And the tracing paper can shift a little bit. And so it becomes troublesome if it shifts a little bit and then you draw another line again because you couldn't remember. And then you end up with two slightly different versions of that line on your final piece. So that's all my tips for how to do this transfer technique. So here I go, and you want to push hard, but not so hard that you break through the paper. So let's see if I can show you how it... Can you see there? So I pushed with the ballpoint pen on here. And then I get that nice clean line on the final page. So now I'll do the whole thing. How about trying an eraser? I think that is the next thing I'm going to do because I think that it would. Especially if maybe I use my... actually, just do it right now. I've got it right here. Try this real quick. Just since you brought it up. I was already thinking it, and then because it's graphite, so... I can't tell if it's making a difference or not. is coming off, but it's taking a while. So I'm not going to subject you guys to however long of me getting the graphite off there. I'll do that after the stream. Yes, it is the Karate Kid. That is the movie name. Yep. It's so weird to me. Because I'm like, it's not. But it doesn't feel right to say Karate Kid. The Karate Kid does not sound right. It's got to be Karate Kid. And now I can show you what I meant about the ink. I think, if it shows up good. See, now I can see which areas I've already traced. So I don't have to keep looking back and forth. I can just trust that it's been traced because I can see the red ink. It's not art if you don't make a mess. And Exie agrees. Yeah, it's impossible to not... I mean, I guess if it's digital art, but I am not big on... For me, digital is just... It's like a finishing tool, it's a coloring tool, but I do not like doing the whole thing. I really like materials. So yeah, I guess I kind of do like making a mess. Not a big mess. I like a reasonable mess. Or maybe even it's like the slight risk. A little bit of a risk of a mess actually makes it more fun. This seemed really simple and not that many lines, but then every time when it actually comes to transfer the lines, it's kind of nerve-wracking. Because since I used graphite, I can erase. It's not a completely lost cause if I don't trace the line quite right, but it's so much easier if you just get it done right the first time. At least I think so. I always feel like I'm holding my breath. I think I am a little bit. I'm like looking so intensely. Oh, this made me realize I didn't put my glasses on. That'll help. Risk is what makes life fun. Oh, that sentiment made me think of there's a new documentary out on Disney Plus with Chris Hemsworth, I think, the guy who plays Thor in the Marvel movies. And I watched the first episode and it was really intense. And I really liked it though, because it was talking about something similar, like in order to learn how to deal with stress, they put him through all these stressful situations like firefighter training and walking. It was like this 300-foot tall building, and he had to walk across a crane that was sticking out from the top and just walk across and walk back. And that was kind of the, a little, not exactly, risk is what makes life fun. That's what made the show fun, him taking risks. I actually kind of want to try that, though, now that I've watched him do it. Because it wasn't like he was just walking out there with, like, nothing. And, you know, they had safety harnesses on him and people there and everything. I feel like that would be kind of fun. Like, it would be a big thrill, but maybe not as dangerous as jumping out of a plane or something. Digital art is art, but it's not until you print it out and get a paper cut that it becomes tangible. Yeah. Yeah, even with digital art, I like to see prints of it. Like, I have plenty of prints that I bought at anime conventions and stuff. The art was completely digital, but I wouldn't have purchased it if it wasn't available as a print. Okay, I gotta look closely here. Okay. Double check the lines that I've done. If the light hits it a certain way, I can't tell, even though I'm using the colored ink and everything. Even though I told you about my cool technique, it's not 100%. I'm so excited. Oh, what time is it? Oh man. It's already past stream window time, so I wanted to ink this today, but I think it's going to have to wait until next week. I'm, of course, going to finish this transfer. I say next week, but I still haven't decided if I want to stream during Thanksgiving week because I just finished scheduling out all my cooking to prepare for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to be making like 2 recipes a day for like 3 days, including Thanksgiving. So I don't know if I will live stream. I might live stream on the day after Thanksgiving. So that'll be Friday. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll take Wednesday off. No lucky dip. Take Wednesday off for cooking for Thanksgiving. And then be back Friday. And I can ink this because I'm really excited about it. I think it's turning out really nice. Okay, gotta look at it again. Aha, this bottom part of the scarf I didn't get. There we go. Okay, I think I've got the head and all the clothing and accessories done. Oh, these little tassels. I didn't get the tassels. I actually changed them a little bit so that they're going behind the body right here. Hope I don't jinx myself, but I'm really pleased because so far I have not punctured the paper with the pen. That's been my one big issue with this technique ever since I started doing it. I almost always puncture the paper in at least one spot. But so far, so good. I want to make sure to keep these tassels here looking round and snuggly. It's really easy to make them look like kind of sharp and pointy, and that's not the look I'm going for. Okay, I think I just got to do the dorsal fin and the back. Okay. All right, now, before I take this off, I always like to take a peek and see as much as I can just to verify I didn't miss any lines after all. Sorry, I did not explain what I'm doing. I'm holding it up to the light so that I can see through too. Okay. All right, here is the final reveal before I log off for today, for this week. Taking the tracing paper off. Haha, Dick Tracy tracing paper. Okay. There. Cha-chan. So there's just a little bit. So I guess I'll show you my final little cleanup that I usually do. So here's like a little bit of transfer. I don't even think it's showing up on the camera. It's just this tiny little bit smudged from the transfer paper. And so I just use my kneaded eraser just to clean that up. But otherwise, this was a really nice transfer. Did not get too many erroneous smudges or lines that I didn't mean to add. And they're just nice and basic, so when I ink it next week, it'll be the lines themselves will end up more dynamic looking. And then I might do a tiny bit of erasing once I'm done inking, but there's usually not very much at all to do, and that's nice because it preserves the texture of your paper. Because if you erase too much, it damages the paper eventually, so that's why this technique is nice. Making progress, looks great. Hype, 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 hype. Thank you. Well, hopefully I can see you guys again next week. Thank you so much for joining me. It's always so nice to have people to talk to. I hope you don't get tired of me saying that because I'm going to say it every time because it's true. So here is the basic look of the Orca plus, Orca plus wrap. So the scarf wrap plus agent. So it's the secret agent stuff. All right. So that's it for today. Everybody have a great weekend. Thank you for watching.